I don't know if, do you notice anything different? I put the camera at a higher angle so it's more at eye level with me. As I was editing the last few videos, I was looking back and I was like, wow, why didn't anyone tell me that my chin looked like that? And it's because I put the camera at a low angle. I put it like pointed up at me. And low angles on the human face are already not flattering, so I was not doing myself any favors. But I like this. This feels more natural. Quite honestly, even to be talking to the camera, it feels more natural. Before it felt like I was talking to a worm. My chin doesn't look as crimson, better vibes. So today I want to talk about 5-year plans. And although my last video was basically about planning, organization, and workflow, this video has no plan. And it's ironic because it's about 5-year plans. It just felt right. But it goes along with the basic premise of today's video, which is you don't need a 5-year plan. Some people may completely disagree with that idea, which is fine. You know, you can have a structured plan that you try to go for and achieve all your wildest dreams. That's fine. But just have the expectation that none of those things are gonna happen. If you asked me 5 years ago what I would be doing today, I would tell you a completely different answer than what I'm doing, and that's just how life goes. Any human in the world can contest to that fact. I don't like the term of a 5-year plan. I rather like the term of a 5-year vision. Places you can see yourself going. Places you would be happy seeing yourself at. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I know where I want to be. And that's an attainable thing for me to achieve in the next 5 years. I know that I want to move up to New York City, and I know I want to pursue my goals of being a filmmaker. All I know is what I want to do and where I want to do it. And with that, my mind is open to so many more possibilities. Having a very rigid idea of what you want to do over the next 5 years just sets you up for disappointment, because the fact of the matter is it's most likely not going to work out that way. These are all things that I'm sure you've heard before and are no surprise, and you're probably sitting here like, who are you to be telling me all this? And my answer to that is, I don't know.
How's your bagel?
It's delicious. So I went to New York a couple weeks ago to visit my girlfriend, and it was an amazing time. I enjoyed every second that I was there, not just because I was with her, but also because I was experiencing the city in a different way that I've never experienced it before. I've gone to the city a bunch of times, but always as a tourist, never as a local. So getting to experience some of her daily routine was really enlightening for me and helped me to understand that this is something that I definitely want to strive to do in the future as well. I feel like I would thrive in the city. I feel like I can meet a lot of interesting people, do a lot of interesting things. Do I know what those things are? No. I don't care what I'm doing as long as I'm in the city doing film. And that's really how I started to understand that I belong in this place, because it started to hit me that I don't even care what I'm doing as long as I'm just here doing it. Well, let me retract. I care what I'm doing as long as it's in film. I had told myself for a while that after I graduate in the future, I want to move up north. I want to move to the city. A lot of people say that, but I didn't really realize that that's what I wanted until I went up there and experienced it for myself, by myself, in a local way. The energy in the city was electrifying. I felt alive. I just felt happy. And don't get me wrong, I feel happy in my current state where I am now, but I felt a different type of happy when I was up there. It was a very liberating type of feeling. Like I can be completely who I was and be happy with myself and do what I love, and it didn't even make a difference because everyone around me is doing the same thing. But this is all cliche New York stuff that you've heard a million times about the city. What I'm really trying to get at here is that it's better to have a vision than a plan. A plan kind of adds this pressure to it that you need to follow it, because plans are meant to be followed. But that's not setting you up for success. It really isn't. And that's why I think that thinking of your plans as visions are just so much more effective, because it's something you can see for yourself rather than something you feel you need to do. And because of that, then it turns into this thing that's now malleable. If you asked anyone what their past self thought they'd be doing 5 years from now, you're not gonna get the same answer. Most of the time, maybe, for the most part, you're gonna get different answers, because our visions of what we want out of life change as we experience more. That's normal, that's natural, that's quite frankly good. I'm almost 21 now, so if I were thinking about my 16-year-old self and what my 16-year-old self wanted, I would not have a sustainable lifestyle. And since I'm graduating soon, I've been thinking about the next 5 years a lot. And it's a little frightening to think, oh, what's my 5-year plan? What do I need to be doing? Where do I need to be? Oh, I need to have a job. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. Truth of the matter is, you just need to be where you'll be happy, doing what you love. Hopefully then money follows. Of course, take that advice with a grain of salt. Some people may completely disagree with that idea, and that's fine. But I think that more than anything, it's your happiness that's important. If life can change in an instant, which it does sometimes, it can definitely change a lot in 5 years, and you need to be able to adapt to it rather than confine yourself into a plan. I'm really not trying to be preachy here. This video is not a video to educate so much as it is to just have a conversation. I used to think one way about planning for your future, but I definitely think the other way now. I think the priority should always be your happiness. And I think that when you're thinking of a 5-year plan, the 2 things you really should be thinking about are, where will I be happiest and what will I be doing that will make me happiest? All right, so a little bit of a different vibe today. I just kind of wanted to go for it and see. As always, new blog post up on my website if you're interested to read a little bit more about this topic that we talked about today. See you next week. Subscribe.